Was Mozart really buried in a nameless grave like in the movie Amadeus? Did you know that the dramatic scene in Amadeus, where Mozart is tossed into a mass grave, might not be entirely accurate? Let's uncover the truth behind the composer's final resting place and separate fact from fiction. The movie Amadeus paints a grim picture of Mozart's burial. It depicts a pauper's funeral, with his body unceremoniously dumped into a communal grave. This image has become deeply ingrained in popular culture, but it's not the whole story. While Mozart's funeral wasn't lavish, it wasn't quite the anonymous affair portrayed in the film. The reality is more nuanced and reveals a lot about the social customs of 18th century Vienna. Mozart's funeral took place on December 6, 1791, a day after his death. It was a third-class funeral, which was common for middle-class citizens at the time. This meant a simpler ceremony compared to the aristocracy. The service was held at St. Stephen's Cathedral, and a small group of friends and family attended. However, due to inclement weather, they didn't accompany the coffin all the way to St. Mark's Cemetery, located outside the city walls. Mozart was buried in a common grave, which was a designated plot for multiple bodies. This was standard practice for people of his social standing. It wasn't a mass grave in the sense of a pit filled with bodies. The graves were reused after a period of about 10 years. This means that Mozart's remains were eventually exhumed and the space was used for another burial. This practice was common due to limited space in the cemeteries. Over the years, there have been numerous attempts to locate Mozart's exact burial spot. A gravedigger claimed to have remembered the location and secretly marked it with a wooden cross. This cross was later replaced with a stone monument, which can still be seen at St. Mark's Cemetery today. However, it's important to note that this monument is a memorial, not the actual burial site. The exact location of Mozart's remains remains unknown. The image of Mozart in a nameless grave is a powerful and romantic one. It fits the narrative of a misunderstood genius who died in poverty. This narrative was amplified by the movie Amadeus, which took creative liberties with historical facts. While the movie is a brilliant piece of art, it's crucial to remember that it's not a documentary. The reality of Mozart's burial, while not as dramatic, is still a fascinating glimpse into the social customs of his time. So, while Mozart wasn't exactly thrown into a nameless mass grave, his burial was far from the grand affair one might expect for a musical genius. The truth lies somewhere in between the myth and reality. Now that you know the real story, share this video with your friends and family. Let's debunk the myth and spread the truth about Mozart's final resting place. Subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical facts and stories.